Right now, you can find an endless amount of AliExpress anniversary sale videos on YouTube. I created a few myself. I also created a video of deals that you could find not on AliExpress. Well, today I have another. AliExpress versus Amazon. I'm sure many of you have Amazon accounts, and many of you may not have an AliExpress account. And if you're uncomfortable setting up an AliExpress account, then maybe Amazon is the way to go. And today I've got a couple deals that I've found on Amazon that I want to share. So let's get started. These deals are going to range from $31 all the way up to $200. And here we have our first. It's the Casio Men's Quartz DW291HX5AV. Very popular design. I find it funny how Amazon, in addition to the watch, will also suggest to you some styling ideas, like what shorts and shirts would go well with their watches. Specs are on the large side, as is common with Casio. 50 millimeter case diameter, 13.5 millimeters thick, 22 millimeter lug to lug, mineral glass. This is just a solid watch, as you'd come to expect from Casio. Excellent seller ratings as well. So at $31 or just under $32, you can't go wrong with this watch. Next up is another Casio, but this one more traditional and analog. This here is the Casio MTP 4500D. This is a stainless steel chronograph with the sub-dials at the 6, 9, and 12 o'clock position. It's a 42 millimeter steel case, so this is going to wear well, and Amazon suggests this will pair well with a pair of Hagar slacks, a Casonic shirt, and some Florsheim shoes. Here you have the specs for this watch. And just another Casio with very, very good reviews. So if an inexpensive and sporty chronograph watch is what you're looking for, with a brand name you can trust, this Casio MTP might be the way to go. Now here's a watch for the watch enthusiast / sports fan. The Timex Men's Easy Reader 38 millimeter. That's my team right there, the New York Giants, who currently stink. But as you can see here, they have all 32 NFL teams. This is also a great watch for kids possibly starting out. I know my 15-year-old hates watches, but he's an avid sports fan, so this might be something that I could get him to start wearing. It's a very basic, simple style, just a white dial, black Arabic numbers, a no Cyclops date, but it does sport Indiglo, which is rather nice. And at $55, this might be a nice watch for the sports fan. Once again, the reviews are pretty good. So if you're a sports fan or there's a sports fan in your life, this might be a watch worth picking up. Now here's a watch that's a step up in terms of luxury. It's the Corgeut Luxury Automatic. This watch is a watch that you can also find on AliExpress, and you can find it for less. However, the devil is in the details. It's basically the same dial and dial details that you're going to find on AliExpress. However, this watch is the latest generation, and this sports a sapphire glass, where the watch you'll find on AliExpress is a mineral crystal. And as you can see here, it was first introduced January of this year. Ratings aren't the greatest for it, 3 stars out of 5, but there's only been 4 ratings, so it hasn't really gotten much traction. But you get a good looking watch with a sapphire glass, 50 meters of water resistance, a genuine leather strap, and for $111, once you apply this 21% off coupon, it brings the price down to just under $88. Comes in a couple different colorways. This black is beautiful, but I really do like this gold tone with the cream white dial. And you also have your choice of leather strap colors. This is something you may want to consider, once again, for less than $88. And the other advantage is that you're buying from Amazon Prime. So if you don't like it, you could easily send it back. So you'll pay a little bit more than what you're going to get from AliExpress, but you get a lot more in return. What you're going to get is a sapphire glass versus a mineral glass. You'll get it in essence just a few days versus a few weeks. And if you don't like it, it's about as easy to return as anything else on Amazon. Now, one thing you'll find a lot on AliExpress are Seiko homage watches. But at $130, you can skip the homage and go right to the genuine article. Here you have the Seiko SNK01K1. It's a Seiko automatic, so naturally it's sporting a Seiko automatic movement. You've got a very basic but clean black dial with a non-rotating bezel, 5-minute markers all around. You have the day and date, and you have the crown position at the 4 o'clock. But what do you wear with a watch like this? Well, good thing Amazon's got you covered. And you get the specs that you would expect from a Seiko. Hardened mineral crystal, push-button fold-over clasp, stainless steel, an easy-to-wear size of 37 millimeters, a little large on the lugs at 21 millimeters, but not uncomfortable for sure. And as expected from Seiko, you're going to get favorable ratings. So $130 for the genuine article might not be a bad choice. Next up, we have an offering from Citizen. Citizen is one of my favorite watch brands. I love the EcoDrive system. It's just a simple grab-and-go watch. You just pick it up and wear it. There's nothing to set. There's nothing to worry about. Excellent accuracy as always. And they've got some great designs, some great styles. This here is a very classic gold tone finish with a genuine leather strap, Roman numerals at the 6 and 12, and it's also available in different colorways. This one isn't bad either. All silver with the gold hands. I like that style as well. Now I'm just curious, what would Amazon recommend for this watch? Okay, now let's change the colors up a little bit and go with the blue dial and see what Amazon has to say regarding that combination. Okay, so they do mix it up depending on the watch style. The silver dial with the brown leather strap, they recommend this. And once again, for me, Citizen makes some of the best watches in the industry. The EcoDrive system is really hard to beat. It's always running, it's always on time, and their watches always look good. Specs are typical: 40 millimeter case, 9.3 millimeters thick, so it's nice and thin with a leather band. A 16 millimeter strap for a 40 millimeter case seems a bit small, but it doesn't appear that way in the picture. Maybe it's where it meets the buckle. It tapers down maybe to 16 millimeters. Always great ratings for a Citizen watch, and this is no different. So if you're looking for a watch with a clean design where you never have to set the time or have to change the battery, this Citizen would be a wise choice. Now here's another good-looking example from Citizen, the silver tone stainless steel EcoDrive Classic. Has a kind of roundish yet octagonal shape to the bezel, giving you a little bit of that AP vibe. They give you a nice simple yet clean dial, easy to read hands. Now this I would wear with this watch, except for these Nautica shoes, maybe in a different color, but definitely not white. This is another easy to wear watch with its 38 millimeter case, fold over clasp bracelet with push buttons, and stainless steel with 100 meters of water resistance. These watches, though, they typically have push-pull crowns, not screw-down crowns, so I don't expect this to be any different. And at just under $170, this is a watch that you'll have in your collection for years and years to come. For just under $193, we have another Citizen, the EcoDrive Corso Men's. You have a beautiful design. Easy to read numbers, 5-minute markers around the chapter ring. You have a day and date subdials behind a pair of very attractive blue hands. This is part of their classic collection, and interestingly enough, Amazon does not have any clothes to pair this with, so you're stuck with just the watch on this one. Good specs to this watch as well. White dial color, stainless steel case, 42 millimeter case diameter, but crystal mineral as typical with Citizens, and unfortunately, only 30 meters of water resistance. However, the ratings are very favorable for this watch as well. People tend to like them. So for under $193, you have a very nice looking sport/dress watch from Citizen. Now the Seiko 5 is one of Seiko's more popular models, and it's real easy to see why. It's not flamboyant, it's minimalistic, and it pulls it off very, very well. Very clean looking design, beautiful polishing on this watch, Seiko movement as of course you would expect. This watch will pair well with jeans and a t-shirt, but you could also wear a nice suit with this watch. So what do you get? Well, for less than $200, Seiko is going to give you mineral glass, 40 millimeter case, 13.4 millimeters thick, 20 millimeters lug width, push button deployment clasp, and it's a stainless steel watch with a day and date. And like most Seikos, those that have it tend to like it. So the ratings are more than favorable. So what do you think? Is it worth the $200 price point? Or is it better to buy a $70 homage of this watch from AliExpress? Now, Citizen chronographs have always been among my favorites, and I have quite a few of them. I have them in several different colorways. Every one of them are Eco Drive, but some are even radio controlled. Now, when you're looking at the radio controlled versions, they're hard to touch at this particular price. They tend to run $400 and higher on some models. So while you're not going to get atomic clock accuracy with this model, at $200, it's still a good looking watch. The Brycen collection has always been very popular with Citizen. They have this in just about every color that you can imagine. So if green isn't for you, there's definitely going to be a color that might better suit your taste. These do run on the larger side at 44 millimeters, but they don't feel like a large watch. This watch happens to be another that Amazon chose not to pair with a certain wardrobe for whatever reason. Maybe it's just hard to match the color green with certain wardrobes. But this is another attractive looking watch with lots of favorable ratings on this as well, and something you might want to add to your collection. So that's what we have to compare. And what do you prefer? Is it the rock bottom prices that you'll find on AliExpress? Or do you prefer the peace of mind and security from ordering through Amazon, where you may pay a little bit more, but at least you're getting your items a lot sooner, and they're a lot easier to return should you ever have an issue or perhaps not like it? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching.